As you see here on the cam angle sensor, you see the little notch on the barrel here. And if you look forward, there is a dot, the first dot you come to, and there's another dot to the right of it there. When you go to stab this in, the dot on the right there will be lined up with this notch on the barrel, just like this first dot is. Because when you go to push the cam angle sensor in, as you see this gear goes this way, it'll turn the gear with it. So it'll twist it that far to line it up. And as you turn the cam angle sensor, retarding or advancing, you can see that notch on the barrel turns where the dot stays the same. I'll go ahead and pull the cam angle sensor out so you can see what I'm talking about. As I go to pull it out, you'll see that dot on the right will line up with the notch on the barrel. Now the notch on the barrel might turn side to side as I'm pulling it out, but the dots on the gear itself will not until it actually starts coming out. That's when they'll start moving. Whoop, went a little too fast. But as you see there, the dot on the right, the front dot, is lined up with the notch now. Even though I pulled it out a little too fast. You'll see it as it goes in. I'll go slower pushing it in because it's a little easier. This dot here on the left will line up with the notch on the barrel. You gotta take your time and make sure the gears are lined up with each other. As you see the dots lined up now. And now that it's inserted all the way, you can see the dots over too far, so we didn't install it properly. You gotta pull it back out. You gotta line that dot up with the notch on the barrel. And if you don't have the cam angle sensor turned properly when you're going to line up the gears, that's where it's going to throw it off. So we need to go to the left a little bit where it lines up now. And it should go in right now. Try and bump it in slowly so you can see it. See how that dot's lined up with the notch on the barrel now? And as we get all the way in, it's lined up perfectly. But again, if you were to turn the cam angle sensor to the right a little too far, one tooth, line up these gears here, then it would be off as we were just a minute ago. Another way to tell that your cam angle sensor is installed properly, as you see my bolts are in the center of my slots for where I turn it left or right to advance or retard the timing. If you go to install your cam angle sensor and it's over here too far or over here too far, and in most cases you won't be able to get the bolt on because it's too far the other way, you'll know you're installed wrong. It's one tooth off and it will not start up that way. You have to make sure your dots are lined up with the notch on the barrel, and then after you get installed, your bolts are in the center of your slots. That is another way to tell your cam angle sensor is installed properly.